and welcome to our journey to Storybook Land. My name is Amanda, and I'll be your captain and storyteller aboard the Merryweather. For your safety, please remain seated throughout the voyage, keeping those hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat and away from the water at all times. And please supervise your children so our story doesn't take any unexpected turns. Now, most people travel to enchanted worlds through the pages of a book, but for those who visit in person, whether through a rabbit hole or with a bit of pixie dust, often find the way in to be magical. And even a little tiny, but do not worry though, it looks like we're being swallowed up by Lobster the Whale, the same moment swallowed up in Pinocchio. We are actually being transported to a magical place called Storybook Land. Now, of course, our story starts with once upon a time, and in this case, a big bad wolf who lives in the cave just to our left and is always trying to huff and puff his way over to the other side of the canal where the three little pigs live. One in a house of straw, one in a house of sticks, and one in a house of very wolf-proof bricks. But then our story takes a strange turn, for around the corner here on our left is the quaint English village that's home to Alice. One golden afternoon, she chased the white rabbit down the rabbit hole and fell down, down, down into Wonderland, where things just got curiouser and curiouser. In fact, Storybook Land is full of such fantastic places created to inspire storytellers. Places like London Park on our right, over which Peter Pan and Tinkerbell took Wendy, Michael, and John Darling on their very first flight to Never Never Land, where they never have to grow up. And places like Agrabah straight ahead, a city of mystery and enchantment, where a street rat named Aladdin first bumped into Princess Jasmine in a busy marketplace down below and stole her heart. Though the two were from separate worlds with the power of love and help from their friend Genie, they are now married and live in the Sultan's palace atop the hill. These magical places in Storybook Land are where love blooms forever. Just like the roses in the archways above our heads here, the exact same archways that Princess Jasmine and Prince Aladdin flew over, sideways, and under as they took their very first magic carpet ride to a whole new world. But while all good stories are filled with love and light, they also have their places of darkness, their places of mystery, just like the Cave of Wonders straight ahead. Inside its treasure bears a curse that can only be lifted by the genie of a lamp. A legend has it that whoever frees the genie is granted 3 wishes. So let us all make a wish and see if it comes true. What would you wish for? Snow White wished for a safe place when she fled the evil queen and came upon the cozy forest cottage on our right-hand side. It happened to be home to the 7 dwarfs who gave her shelter in return for her kindness. Just beyond that is a dwarf's mining cave. You might even hear them whistle as they work. Now, Cinderella's wish was to go to the royal ball, but her evil stepmother wouldn't allow it and left her behind in the Blue Roof Chateau on her left. Thankfully, though, her fairy godmother granted her wish and she was able to attend the ball. But at the stroke of midnight, when Cinderella was fleeing in her carriage, it was turned back into a pumpkin and sits in the middle of the road to this day. Now, even though magic has its limits, thankfully love does not, and Cinderella and her prince live in the pink and gold castle atop the hill. Dreams can come true. Like wishes, they inspire many stories here. Some dreams live happily ever after, while others are dreams of scarcity not to sleep on hills of close and valleys. Like the ones on our left here, inspired by our 1933 Silly Symphony short, Lullaby Land, with a bedtime story to lead the way. There's magic everywhere here in Storybook Land, including in our miniature plants, trees, and shrubs, which will never ever grow up thanks to the enchantment of Tinkerbell and her pixie dust. All these magical features are what make this a favorite attraction of master storyteller Walt Disney and continue to create and inspire other stories. Like stories of Mr. Mole, whose home is on the water's edge on our left, and his next-door neighbor, Mr. Toad, in the stately manor behind. But sorry folks, Mr. J, Thaddeus Toad, is not in right now. He's off on a merry adventure in Fantasyland. They say when you hear the wind in the willows, it's really just Mr. Toad himself off on a wild drive to nowhere in particular. Beyond that is the kingdom of Arendelle. With the castle on the bay there, Duke Wesselton's ship at anchor, and Queen Elsa's ice falls atop the snow-covered mountains. It's where sisters Anna and Elsa met their frozen friends, Olaf, Kristoff, and Sven, and discovered something even more powerful than all the ice magic, the power of love. While ahead in the Alpine village, a wood carver named Geppetto wished upon a star for his puppet to become a real live boy. And after Pinocchio's syndrome from the bell hit the well, remember Mom's trope? The blue fairy granted Geppetto just that wish. Geppetto's wish is like many other wishes made in our stories here, just like the one that the little mermaid named Ariel made to follow her true love, sent there to the castle on the right, where she decided to give up her life under the sea, take her first steps on unsteady legs, and become a part of our world. This is a story, though, that begins in the shadows of our father, King Train, who lives in the underwater city of Atlantica on our left, and the adventure that they share ultimately spills out to their happily ever after. Now, that happy ending is the final piece of magic here in Storybook Land, but as we know, magic never really ends here at Disneyland. So as we close the book on our story and approach it off, I ask that you do please remain seated, keeping those hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat. Also, please do not stand up till my count of 3. That way we can all stand up together in the center of the boat, and no one has to go under the sea. I'd like to thank you all for joining me out here today, and hope that you all have a happily ever after as well.